If you enjoy the Low Scale Gaming podcast, please leave us a like, review, and subscribe. Any feedback is welcomed, and I hope you enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome to the Low Scale Gaming podcast the week of February 24th, 2019. I'm your host, Coastland's Finest, and as always, I'm joined by Conan Jones and Inferior Mage.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Yes, doing well. How are you?
Did you guys know what yesterday was?
Nothing of importance happened yesterday.
Yeah,
so
nothing of importance. At least Conan told me it. Mage did not tell me at all.
I thought I did. Yeah, I did. It was in our group chat.
No, was it?
Yeah, it was. Go look at our group chat. I swear I said it.
I'm looking.
He said, "Hi, Ghost. I hate you. Nothing of importance happens today."
That's what I said. Good job. Good job, me.
I'm looking. I don't see it yet.
God, so while you're
looking... no, you did it. You didn't tell me happy birthday. You told me how. You asked me if I enjoyed my birthday, but you didn't tell me happy birthday.
Okay, well, I did mention your birthday.
Now you're just
but that's not the same. Now I'm mad at you.
So, as we're kind of starting, I'm just I'm going to clean my desk off of all of the crap that's here. And I have, bills from, a month ago that I haven't paid.
Ew, that's gross.
I haven't paid my credit card bill since December. I'm
that's good.
I know, right? They're calling me, every day, hey, pay your bill. And I'm just
oh, dude, that's Sally Mae calling me every day. And you
pay your bill.
I've never taken any sort of loan out from school until that last semester. I took a $5,000 loan out, and they have called me almost every single day. It was like, "Hey, you owe us some money, fat boy. Where's our money at?" I'm just like, "Hey, calm down. All right, I'll pay you when I got the money."
Yeah. And that's what I was telling my bank. I was I don't get paid till Monday. I'm just behind. I didn't realize I didn't make a payment. I'll pay it, and I'll pay the back payment on it. I don't get paid till Monday.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is I paid I've almost paid up my credit card up to where it's where I don't have any more past due balances.
Yeah.
I'll get that caught up next month, and then that'll be the same for Sally Mae as well. Adulting's fun. Let me tell you something.
It's the best.
I mean, I had a good time. I don't have any bills right now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, shut up.
I am saving up for a car because my mom's car broke, and so we're sharing two cars between three people.
Ooh.
So,
and
that's all rough. Three of us work, so it's been a little bit of a juggle. So I am saving up for a car.
That's rough. So yesterday for my birthday, I went over to Aishin's in Okarchi.
How was that?
Man, best chicken in the world. I guess what my friends have dubbed it as the Aishin's challenge, as eating a whole fried chicken and okra, is just like a typical trip to Aishin's for me.
It's another day.
The Aishin's challenge should be 2 whole fried chickens.
I'm gonna say 2 would probably be. I probably couldn't get through 2. I could probably get through 1.5, depending on what half I had to eat. If it was legs and wings, I could probably do that. But I don't know if I could do a breast and a thigh, or 2 breasts and that. I don't know. But anyways, my sister was making the joke. She was just oh, it's just another excuse for you to be fat. It's oh, it's your birthday? Oh, you better eat a whole chicken.
You're damn straight.
I do not need an excuse.
Best believe I'm eating that whole chicken.
She was just oh, it's Tuesday. Oh, I better get another chicken. It was it's my birthday.
Got you
right?
good.
You're supposed to be nice to me. No, but I destroyed a whole chicken. It was good. It was good food.
It's been a long time.
I ordered 2 of them. I ordered 2 of them. One for myself, and then one for my little brother to eat. And then I would just get the leftovers. So that's what I had for lunch today was some chicken. Oh, it was so good. The best way to heat up fried chicken, I figured out how to do it, is you put it in the oven with like tinfoil on one side, but you also put tinfoil on the other side. That way it still gets crispy.
So you like wrap it in tinfoil?
Not so much wrap it, more just like layer it. You know what I mean? Like put one layer on like it's like I guess it's a tinfoil sandwich, I guess. With just tinfoil then chicken and then I put another thing of tinfoil on top of it. I didn't really wrap it, I just like patted it down to make a lid kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I
See, you guys made fun of me for my air fryer, but heating up fried chicken is a perfect thing for that air fryer. Does it great.
Majin his damn or his damn air fryer.
Dude, I love that thing. It's fantastic. It's so fast and convenient.
Yeah. And then today I went okay, so I'm a big like advocate for any sort of like mobile order thing that I can do. You know, like the less amount of people I have to talk to, the better, because that's how antisocial I am. Even though I'm a teacher, but that's different. So I did the Walmart to order like groceries things today, and man, it worked like a charm. I because my Walmart's about 25 minutes away from me, so I put my pickup time between 11 and 12, and it was like 10:30. Your order's ready to go. You can start heading this way. So I get in the car, drive over there and shit. I get in the car and I drive over there, and I waited about like 5-10 minutes maybe, and then not even that, probably about 5 minutes. The guys come rolling out this big old cart with all my groceries on and everything, and he loaded it up for me too. And I felt bad. I was like, you don't have to load my groceries up for me. I'll help you out with it. And then, so then yeah, and then I was like in and out of Walmart in like 10-15 minutes. Didn't have to step foot once. It was so good. If you like doing mobile orders like that stuff, that Walmart order thing is really good.
All right.
Especially for you, Conan Jones, when you live like an hour away from your Walmart, and then you got to spend like an hour or so inside the Walmart with your wife. But
Conan also makes like a trip out of it. It's like a date weekend for Conan.
Well, I mean, but what you could do is you can just like, oh hey, we're gonna go eat dinner at like 7 or whatever. So then, or like you get to your place at 7, you get your food, you get your drinks and whatever, and then you put your timer between 8 and 9. So then you say you go to the Walmart at like 8:30, your stuff will still be good to go. Like I got ice cream and it wasn't melted at all.
Yeah, it's something that I've heard about, but I haven't really looked into. So it might be.
I recommend it. I recommend it to at least look into it once.
Yeah.
I'll give you this. If you do it, there's this thing I can share with you that'll give you $10 off, and it'll also give me $10 off my next order. So, yeah, that's good times, man.
All right.
Let's go ahead and jump into our fails of the week. Conan Jones, what is your fail of the week?
My fail this week. So like this past week we had no school on Monday because of President's Day.
Mm-hmm.
On Tuesday I had a half day because I took the high school. We had a pre-UIL performance with like the judges and they work on the stuff with us.
Yeah.
So then Wednesday, Thursday were normal days. Friday, or I guess Wednesday afternoon, the guy who runs the theater department asked if I could drive his bus. They had a clinic down on Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
It's like a 2-hour drive, and I was like, I don't know, dude. Like, let me check with my higher ups before I say yes or no. Our principal, who's in charge of both of us, has been gone all week because of a family emergency. So he wasn't around to like sign off on absences or anything like that. But
Yeah.
I was just missing my afternoon, which is just junior high. So my junior high principal, I kind of filled him in, and he was like, "Yeah, if that's what we need to do, it's what we need to do. We'll get it figured out." And I was like, "All right, cool." So I'll tell him, "Yeah, I can drive. We'll get it figured. We'll do the thing." So
nice.
Friday comes around, and
I feel like this should be a win of the week because you didn't have to go deal with your junior high kids.
We're getting to the fail part. So for the 7th and 8th grade class, the one that I complain about all the time, I was just like, we need to figure something out with them. So the principal got it to where they stayed with their like homeroom teachers and got to work on extra homework and stuff. Because I think next week or the week after they're doing like the placements or end of semester tests, like the big state test, kind of one of the big state tests in Texas.
Yeah. So
they're kind of in the mindset of gearing up for that. So they're like, okay, we can just do another round of it. But I was like, 6th grade can still come over. They can be handled. And I filled my guy in, said, all right, this is what you need to do. Go through this exact same stuff we did the day before. He's a choir guy, so I was like, you can even have him sing it, because like we were counting stuff, and a lot of them were already kind of putting pitches with the counting, because I just I do it subconsciously, so they kind of picked up and did it without me saying anything. Some of them did, some of them didn't, but I was like, you should have them do that and say, hey, sing the correct or count the correct pitches as you're counting, but don't call it singing, because if you say you're singing, they all like freak out. So, actually pretty well planned everything out for him. Normally it's just like, just do the same thing we do every day. It's whatever.
Who was this for? Was this for your middle school guy?
6th grade. Yeah. For the middle school guy, my assistant guy.
Okay.
So I'm down with the theater people, and we get to the place, and it was about the time that 6th grade was over. He texted me and said, hey, can you call me whenever you get a second? And I said, oh no. So I go outside and I call him and I say, hey, what's going on? He is like, that was the absolute worst it's ever been. Like, I'm talking with the principal after school to see if I can give every 6th grader lunch detention for a week, because it was horrible. And I was like, how? Like,
well, your 6th graders are the ones that like don't mess with you, right?
Say it again. Sorry, I was coughing.
Your 6th graders are the ones that don't mess with you, right?
Not nearly as much. They can have their days, but it doesn't take near as much to get them under thumb than it does the other class.
Yeah, I mean, they're 6th graders, so they're going to be rambunctious a couple of days.
Oh, yeah. And there's stuff like that it's just given it's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're easier to get back on track and just be like, hey, knock it off, and like bark at them for a second, and then they're fine. But he doesn't bark. He just shuts down and like gets mad. And it's like, dude, they won. Like,
they got that battle on you.
You just got beat by 6th graders. Like, there's a difference between getting mad and irritated and barking at him to do the thing, and then just totally getting beat. And you just totally got beat. So I get to deal with that tomorrow whenever we get back into school. So that's going to be fun times.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Yeah. Mage? What's your...
my fellow week?
Yeah.
My fellow week. We're in that. So I'm over here. I'm getting ready for church and everything else. And you know how I mentioned that we only have 2 cars between 3 people?
Yeah.
Well, my mom had left earlier, so that car was already gone. And so I was going to ride with my brother up to church. And I'm in the shower, and I get out and I get dressed, and it's really quiet in the house. And I walk out, and my brother just left me. Like, he didn't realize that I was still here. I think he thought that I left with my mom. It was just like, all right, well, guess I'm not going to the church today. It was really funny because our music director
this wasn't my fault.
It was really funny because our choir director wanted us to play brass at church. So it's like, well, he's gonna have to deal without a tuba.
Damn, that's funny.
Yeah, it was really funny. I texted my mom. My mom was super pissed that he did that, and I was like, "Mom, calm down. He was an accident." But I tried calling him, so I was like, "Okay, he probably just left. He can probably has time to turn around." And then I just hear this phone vibrating, and he left his phone.
He left his phone.
so like, all right, there's literally nothing I can do. By the time he gets back and we go back up there, church will be half over. There's no point.
Yeah. I'll just take my pants back off and go lay back down.
It's like, here comes Mage lugging in his tuba. It's like, sorry guys, I was late.
But it was so funny because this has never happened before, so it was really funny.
That's funny. I really don't have a fail of the week, to be completely honest, because it's been a good week so far. I do have a fail of the week, but I feel like it's not appropriate to talk about on the podcast.
Yeah, probably
because
not.
Yeah. So, but other than that stuff going on, I don't really have a fail of the week. It's been a good week.
Okay, as far as it's a good problem to have. Did everything go okay while you were gone to TMEA?
Yeah, everything was fine. Okay, there we go. There's my fail of the week. Okay. Oh. So we're coming back from TMEA on Saturday. And my grandma calls me. She was like, hey, we're going to be at this basketball game. Just come get him from there. I was like, where's the basketball game? And I was like, oh, in Edmond. And she lives kind of like in the middle of Oklahoma City. Not so much like on this, like she lives by the fairgrounds. Okay. That's the best place to put it. And so I was just going to go get him and come right back because I lived almost 2 hours away from Oklahoma City. Which, I mean, it's not a big deal for me having to go get him because, she did me a favor on getting him and everything. But it's just the fact that I was coming back early and I was just like, hey, I'll come get him tonight so you don't have to watch him, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, cool. And then she called me. It was like 6 or 7, I think. Wasn't it, Conan?
Yeah, it was around there, something like that.
It was, yeah. And she was just like,
Wichita Falls.
Yeah, and she was just like, hey, I'll be at this basketball game. It's like, okay, are you asking me or are you telling me? And she's just like, yeah, we'll be at this basketball game. So then like, okay, whatever. So she was at the basketball game already when she was calling and telling me all this stuff. And I was getting so mad. And then I get there and I'm calling her. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll just go in. And the game's like in the third quarter or whatever. And then they went into double overtime.
Oh.
And then Grandma was just like, hey, you want to go to IHOP? And I was just like, no, I do not. But he hasn't had dinner yet, so I guess we'll go to IHOP.
So you went to IHOP.
And the IHOP was just the worst IHOP I've ever had. And that IHOP's usually not bad. And it was just gross. And
man, I don't think I've ever had a pleasant experience at IHOP. I just hate it.
I prefer going to Jimmy's Egg or Denny's over IHOP.
Good Jimmy. I haven't had good Jimmy's Egg since I left Oklahoma. Like
that one in Mustang is really good. That one that we used to go to a couple times.
Yeah, the one that was in Newcastle was really good, but I know you didn't like it.
Yeah, because they were racist.
It was really good for us.
Yeah, because anyways. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into topic 1 of the week. Conan Jones, you can start us off with this one.
I figured we'd just kind of recap TMEA since we were out. The original plan was we were going to try to record Tuesday night before we left, and then it didn't.
Yeah, and then I was tired.
Yeah, and then
and then that's when all that other stuff started coming off.
Yeah, your personal stuff.
Yeah.
So we're just like, let's not. So we just kind of recap with that. Plus, it's that time of the year where everything is like oh, it's contest time, contest, and then spring break. Excuse me. So I guess just kind of I talk about stuff that we did that we're glad that we went for, or like things that we wish we would have gotten from the trip, etc., etc. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Well, go ahead. All right. Go ahead and lead us off.
So like I guess my first one, I went to the after sectionals ladies. They did a clinic on Saturday before we left, and it was really good. They were talking about pacing and all that sort of stuff with the junior high group, and it's kind of the same stuff that you remember from school, and I mean like, hey, it's not always what you say, it's how you say it and how you keep the kids engaged, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just the way that they said stuff was just like, that makes total sense. Why don't I do that? And it's like all of these little easy things. If I just change this one little aspect, everything would be much smoother. And I actually did.
Give us an example.
So like at the end, she did a run through of how she would conduct a class with everyone in the clinic. And it was like they were going over this particular line from a book, so they had like copied it and put it up on the slideshow and stuff. And it was from the trombone book, so it was a trombone line. She's like, all right, so we're gonna count it, but just the way that she was going through it is that the metronome never turned off, and it was like 4 or 5, maybe 6 beats between us doing something and ending, her telling us what to do in that 4, 5, 6 beats, and then we started again doing something else. Like we didn't have time to be a dumb, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like we would go through with counting it using ta, and it was like just worried about rhythms. Okay, so then we would go through and add like the number system in, whatever your number system for counting is, and then we would do it with impulses or without impulses, and then we did it with like note names, B flat, C, etc., and then we just air quote unquote played it and did it with like slide positions and stuff, since it's trombones. But
yeah, airplay.
Yeah, but like you would say the number for the slide position like you were counting it.
Yeah.
So it was I don't know, it was really kind of like, duh, why, like you should just do this, that should just be your thing.
That's kind of like my sight reading like things, how I just like we go from doing the stars method to clapping beats or counting the beats, saying note names, air playing, and then playing.
Yeah. One thing to watch out with sight reading is that you only have a certain amount of time for it. So if you're used to doing this whole process, I would definitely like do a timer during class. And
how much is the timer? How much is the?
I think it's 7 minutes max.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
From the time you flip it over to the time you have to perform it.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
But yeah, that was a good one for me.
All right, so a good one for me. I went to like pretty much everything elementary music because that's not my forte with it. And there was like, it was this hand games and like body percussion one. There's a whole bunch of just different kind of games. I'm actually going to pull up the kind of the program notes for it now, but it was really good. Just like learning all these different little game things for my kiddos to play. They also gave me a new way to play the Apple Tree song to where it wouldn't get all hectic. And I was like, wow, I feel dumb for not doing this the first time around. Because then I came back that Monday and I was like, all right, let's play Apple Tree, but we're going to do it this way instead. And it worked out really well.
They just ate it up.
Oh, dude, they ate it up like me at a buffet. Like, oh, it was so good. Oh, yeah, here we go. It was called Boom Boom Pow, Body Percussion Games for K through 5th grade. And then
that sounds awesome.
Yeah. and there was like boom, snap, clap, but boom, snap, clap, but slap. There's a whole bunch of different like body games for them to play that they can also play like at recess and such. And it's kind of some of the games that I've been doing like with my brother as well, just so we can get like just he's my test dummy a lot with all this stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, oh hey, he likes this. This is a good one. This he doesn't like this one, so I might not do this one. But
or like be prepared for it to flop, kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of yeah. But
it's nice that you're gonna have a test dummy at home.
Oh yeah, it is nice. I love him to death, and all he's doing. We have a 4-day weekend. That's kind of my win of the week. Spoilers, but so he's just doing PlayStation all day today. But those people were from Colorado. Really good. I really like them. Let's share something that we both didn't like, and I'm pretty sure me and Conan Jones had the same thing. There was this guy. Or this is yours. This is yours because you actually have it. Go ahead.
That one's yours because mine was going to be something else.
Oh, okay. All right. So we went. Who was the guy again? I forgot who it was, but
it's Jerry Junkin, the guy from UT.
Oh, the director of bands at UT. And the thing we went to was like it was like keeping the energy in the band or something like that.
Yeah, like focus.
Something like that. And it was focus on the music, and it was literally 50 minutes of him showing us YouTube videos. Yeah. And it was just so I fell asleep in it. I fell asleep in it like 3 times. Like Conan Jones was sitting there over there looking at me, and just like my head would bob, and I'd look up, like, oh hey, another YouTube video. I'm gonna go back to sleep for a little bit.
Wow. It was
and the really only thing I got out of that was that guy hates marching band. Literally, that's the only thing I remember from that, is that he hates marching band. Other than that, I couldn't tell you what that seminar was about.
I've been to a seminar that I fallen asleep on before. Granted, it was like late at night, and it was one of the fraternity's like ritual talk things, and I couldn't stay awake. It was just like
This was at was it at 11:30 or was it 11? I think
it was right before lunch.
Yeah, it was before lunch that I was just already like zonked out for it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it was such a bad workshop, man.
It's like I'm sure somebody got something out of it, but I did not get what I was anticipating. And I think that's one thing that it's the good thing and the bad thing about TMEA is that there's so much to choose from. If you get a clinic or to choose a clinic that's not quite what you thought it was, and you don't really realize it until the end, you've kind of wasted that time because there was probably something else somewhere else that would have probably been more beneficial.
Right.
It's like, that's kind of my big takeaway. It's stuff that I went to that I thought was going to be one thing ended up being something else. Since it's only my second year, I kind of forgot that different companies sometimes sponsor clinics. So then you get there and they'll talk about instrument something for a second, but then the rest of it is just kind of like a sales pitch for their stuff.
That's the worst.
And it's like
it's like those YouTube videos that have sponsorships, and like right in the middle they cut into it. Yeah. Like, this is sponsored by Squarespace or something like that.
And it just throws off the whole like vibe of the thing. Yeah, like, no, I got you.
I don't want to come watch an ad for something. Like, if I wanted to buy something, I would come see your booth. Like, I want to learn how to fix XYZ thing for the reason I'm here.
Yeah.
But that's kind of my big deal. Plus next year I think I'm really gonna try to find a hotel that's in downtown and not way off where
I actually didn't mind where our hotel was. Mainly, I don't care where we go again or where we like stay at, or if I don't stay with y'all, whatever, or whatever. I just really want to go back to That Mexican place we went to.
Yeah, the food was, and that was kind of my big draw to go back there. Is that Mexican place that's right next door? But
'Cause, I mean, it was a good hotel. It had a decent breakfast. The hot tub was nice.
yeah, no, like it's a nice hotel. It's just like a 15 minute
It's just way out of the way.
Yeah,
you know.
Because then like they were like, hey, we're going out to hang out with everybody tonight. You should come out with us. And I'm like, we're already back at the hotel.
Yeah,
like, we've already had dinner and like been in the hot tub, and I'm like laying in bed.
Right.
But
see, part of me is just like, yeah, let's go hang out with people, and part of me is just like, it was a good day. We learned some stuff. We had a good dinner, and now we're just relaxing in a hot tub and getting ready to go to sleep. Like, I was okay with either way with what we was gonna do.
yeah, I don't know. Part of me is just like, I feel like I should be out more with people. But
I guess maybe for you because you teach there, but for me, I was there for just like learning stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like I got my money's worth. My $25 registration fee.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of lucked out with that one.
Yeah. I don't think I can get away with that next year, but
yeah, probably not. But
it was a good time. There was another bad one I had though. It was on Thursday. Where's it at?
Several of mine were flops.
What?
Several of the ones I chose were not what I wanted.
Right. Only a couple of mine were really bad flops. And this one, the 7 Positive Habits of a Music Educator, that one was kind of a flop too. Like, I feel like I get what they were trying to say, but they all had really bad monotone voice, and it was just like, yeah, I just kind of want to go cruise the exhibit hall and not sit here and learn about things that I should be better at. Like, oh hey, talk to parents. Okay, yes, I know that. That's part of the job.
Yeah. And it's a lot of the stuff is like common sense stuff that you just kind of have to be reminded of. Like, but
I will say, there's that one place that we went. This is kind of off the topic of at the actual convention. We went to lunch at this place on the boardwalk. I cannot tell you the name of the place because I forgot it, but I know I recognize it. And it is one of the worst places I've ever been to in my entire life.
That Mexican food place?
Yes, that Mexican food place. Like, it was overpriced. Oh my god, it was so overpriced. Yeah. Every time I go out, I order chicken fajitas, right? Because chicken's not that expensive, but it's still fajitas, so it's going to be kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Whatever. So they brought it out. They didn't even bring it out like sizzling, like how like normal fajitas are. They brought it out on a plate, and then they put it on the iron skillet thing in front of me so it would start sizzling. And I was so like, oh. And my food was like sitting out for a while because I got like maybe like 3 or 4 pieces of chicken. Maybe 3 or 4 pieces of chicken.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was like $40.
Yeah. Your fajitas were very sad. Like,
$40 for 3 pieces. Are you kidding? Like, no, is that exaggeration?
I'm dead serious. No, like with the drink I had and the fajitas, it was like I spent $40 there.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. I was so mad. Like, but then the next
were there a lot of people there?
What?
Were there a lot of people there?
Sadly, yes.
It was fairly busy, but the staff.
But no, it wasn't good though. Yeah. The dude we had was just like, oh, another group of tourists on the boardwalk. You work on the boardwalk. What do you expect for tourist people to just go, oh hey, I don't want to eat there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
God,
Yeah, we'll not return.
but then the next night we went to the Mexican place. It's called Mamacita's, and it was so good. It had good food. It had good chips. We had a nice waitress. Um, and the food I had like my fajitas were maybe like $15 there, but I had like
3 times as much stuff.
Yeah, yes, literally 3 times as much stuff for like half the price. Like that place is so good to go to.
Yeah, it's definitely a go back to again.
Yeah.
Then that
the only bad thing is they close at like 10.
Was really good.
Oh, that salsa was good too. And that other one, the whatever that salsa you had us at, or that cheese dip or whatever it was.
The green stuff.
Yeah, the green stuff. That was really good too.
Sorry, Joby.
It had a really weird aftertaste, but once I got used to it, it was really good.
So it was like guacamole ranch and something like that.
Was this like a little?
Oh, there was guacamole in it. Okay. Thank you for not telling me what was in it, because then I wouldn't have ate it.
Yeah, but it was really good, wasn't it?
Yes, it was really good.
What'd you say, mate?
But I just.
Oh, I was saying that reminds me, like, I went to a wedding in, I want to say Iowa, one time, and we found this like hole in the wall Mexican joint, and they had dropped down one of the best burritos I think I've ever had in my life. It was so good. Like it was like smothered in queso and everything. It's just like you never expect these places to be delicious, but every once in a while you get a little gem.
Yeah. See, this place is not really a hole in the wall. It was a big building on like right off the main road. So I mean, it was
a big hole in the wall.
Yeah. But yeah, it's
the food was good there. Hey, what's our time at right now?
Sitting at 36:45.
46?
36.
Okay, all right. But then this week we're probably not going to talk about a game. I'll be honest. I think this week's just going to be more of us just like, because we haven't had a podcast in 2 weeks, so we're just kind of going to recap our weeks and everything, and then talk about TMEA, because I feel like TMEA deserves its own little thing.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Plus, we've all kind of been pretty busy. Like and haven't really been playing stuff, right?
Well, I bought excuse me. On Friday, I bought Anthem.
Okay, so maybe we can just have a bigger what we've been playing this week at the end.
Yeah, that one. Let's do that one instead. But we still got a little bit more to talk about TMEA.
Yeah.
The last thing about TMEA though is like the exhibit hall. Oh my goodness, that exhibit hall was huge.
Yeah.
Like there was so much stuff there. I didn't really know where to start. Like I was just looking. I was like literally a kid in the candy shop because I did not know where to start and what to look for.
Yeah.
Because there was so much stuff that I really needed to like look at and get. But I did end up. I think I started with the Boomwhackers stuff. Got like 4 books with Boomwhackers in it. Like so, because I have 4 sets of Boomwhackers at my elementary school. But now I have books to actually go with it.
Yeah, it is very easy to get lost in that place. Like,
oh yeah, if I didn't have a workshop I liked going to, I was there walking around. It was good things. There was a bunch of good things there. I was looking at I kind of did get lost in looking at Tempest tubas again, because my tube was a Tempest, but there's always that room to upgrade, and it was good times. There's also mouthpieces I was looking at that I wanted to get, but I didn't really want to spend that much money on a new mouthpiece when I like my Hellenberg.
I don't know where my mouthpiece is. Like I tried to find it whenever we got back, and I don't know where it's at.
That's not good.
No,
that's not good. I lost my hairbrush.
I don't have it.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering if your buddy picked it up for me. I've had that hairbrush for 15 years, and I've tried losing it, and it just comes back to me. So I'm not giving up hope that I lost, or I don't care that if I lose it because that hairbrush is old.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling it's gonna wind up like on my doorstep one day. So this the TMEA was good times. Man, it was Mage, I guess you're not in music anymore, but
I might return to it someday. But for now, yeah.
For now, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's true. I don't know. I guess it wouldn't be beneficial for you at all since you don't do music stuff anymore. Are you gonna? I mean, you have a good job anyways, no. So I mean, it's not really. I don't know.
I mean, I did start my job this week. That's kind of my win. So we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
I was about to ask you how that's going. You can save it.
How's it going?
Yeah, we'll save it. It's been, yeah, I'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I didn't have that honeymoon phase after coming back like I normally do from clinics like that. You know what I mean? What
do you mean honeymoon phase?
That I'm in a great mood. I love what I do. Yes.
Oh, that's because you had a bad week at school, though.
But like, I don't know. I feel like you kind of ride the high of the conference a little more than normal.
Yeah, right. But you also had mentioned that a lot of the clinics that you guys went to weren't very beneficial because you like chose
they were
accidentally poorly.
Mine were beneficial. I went to I would say 7 workshops. 5 of them are really beneficial for me. So that's kind of where I'm really positive about it. There was only 2 where I didn't really care for what was going on. Whereas Conan Jones went to, I would say probably 7, and he probably only had
2 or 3
2 that were beneficial.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the other thing with it.
I did a bad job at picking this year.
Yeah, that can happen. I mean, and that's probably coincides with you not having the blissful week afterwards.
Yeah.
Because I definitely understand what you mean. Like after going to the conference, you're like, boy, I feel super excited about this. I'm gonna do all these new techniques and everything that I learned. Yeah. It's gonna go great.
And then it doesn't.
I mean, that's what I did. Oh, and my other thing is I got this thing. I got a 30-day trial of Quiver music, and it's like this. It's this music program thing where you use it to teach pre-K through 8th grade kids. And my kids, all my kids ate it up. The only people that didn't was my 4th graders. And they usually hate everything I do anyways. So, I mean, but my pre-K kids were the most excited about it because it was pretty much them picking it was fun music games for them they could play on the smart board. And then also there was dance along things for them to do. So I mean that's always fun for them.
Yeah, that's definitely helpful that they just was like, hey, yeah, here's 30 days for free. Test it out, see if you like it before you have to buy the whole thing.
And now I want to try to get it, and because I wonder if I could if I get it, if I could share it with the other people in my district. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I imagine I could but I don't know. But it would still be cool, you know. Something else that was good there was Pat O'Brien's is a good place to go to for food.
I'm really sad we didn't find out that they had food until Friday.
2nd day, yeah, I know that was my fault though, but
because that whatever, what did I get? The Holy Trinity, the New Orleans.
Yeah, you got that 3-piece of
it's red beans and rice
gumbo
and oh man, oh.
That sounds really good.
It was really good.
Oh man, I had a nice steak with jambalaya and steamed vegetables, and then I had a bowl of gumbo, and it wasn't just a little bowl. It was a big old soup bowl of gumbo, Oh my goodness, it was so good. I'm like, I just ate some chicken, and I am so hungry again thinking about this food. So where there's a Pat O'Brien's in New Orleans, there's a Pat O'Brien's in San Antonio, and I don't know where else Pat O'Brien's is at. But if there's one close to you, go to it. It's really good food, and they have like live music like every day. I'm assuming, or at least they did whenever we were there.
I love it when bars have like live music and stuff. It just gives it such a better feel.
Oh yeah, it was so good. It was good times, man. But all right, so that's kind of our TMEA roundup. Is good times. If you're a music educator, try to make it to TMEA. It's good times. It's a little expensive to go, but it's cheaper to go for the register out of state at TMEA than register in state at OMEA. That's something else to consider. All right, let's go ahead. We're not going to really do a gaming one this week. We'll start that back up next week. Let's go ahead and jump into topic 3 this week. What have we been playing? Quentin Jones, tell us about Roller Coaster Tycoon.
It's Planet Coaster. Thank you very much.
Planet Coaster, whatever.
So like I'm starting to like record like the park that I'm working on and trying to put up videos and stuff like that. And it's kind of sad how into it I'm trying to be with it. Like I've been trying to look up how the best way to do all the things and make the good videos, and I don't know, like I've got a couple things recorded that I'm trying to get together, you know what I mean?
Conan's trying to be a YouTube personality.
I don't know, like it would be cool. I don't really have the time to put into it, so it's like a side hobby. But it's
honestly, trying to get into YouTube now is kind of a fruitless endeavor, I think.
Yeah, because it's
like unless you
go ahead. Sorry,
it's like unless you just get really lucky, or and like one of your videos just pops off. It's just, I mean, it needs to be just a hobby kind of a deal.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I'm looking at it, because I'm playing a game that I enjoy playing, but then I'm also kind of learning the video editing stuff, which I can use for school stuff. Because like I remember at my old school we recorded all the programs and stuff and made a DVD of it, but I always just used the school computer that had the different video editing stuff in it, but I've never really messed with any of it, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So it's kind of nice just kind of learning something new with it and still trying to kind of combining two different things. So I'm not trying to like make money off of it. I mean, which would be awesome, but not gonna happen.
Yeah. But I mean, definitely it's a fun way to practice, you know, as far as like it's a new way to play your game, give it a different kind of a feel to it. And it's definitely a good way to practice video editing, like you said.
Yeah. And then just kind of thinking about stuff in that different mindset of like, hey, I'm going to make a video of these things. How do I need to play this game now in a different way to like make this video make sense? But yeah, it's fun time. So I'm going to try to.
I think it was a good video you had there, though. It was a good video.
Yeah, that first one is going to be rough, but I mean, you got me some feedback and stuff that I was already just like, yeah, I need to do this and this, but I was like, I've already got it here and it's already got the footage. I'm not going to redo it, so.
No, I know. I just was, I mean, the feedback I was giving you was, if you was taking it as mean or rude, I wasn't. I was just giving you honest feedback.
Yeah, no, that's not what I took it as.
Okay, I was just making sure.
No, yeah, you're good.
All right. Well, Mage, what have you been playing?
Not much, really. I've been really busy this last week.
Yeah.
Because I've worked 7 days a week kind of a deal.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah, I mean that's kind of what I've been doing. I've just been working a lot, so I haven't really had time to play video games.
Okay, I understand. I've actually had a lot more free time this week to do stuff. So I been playing Kingdom Hearts a lot. I got Sora to level 99 for that trophy. I just grinded it out for like in 2 hours or so. Um, but I went to go fight the secret boss, and man, it was so. And this tells you anything. I went into the secret boss blind, and I one shot it.
Is this 3?
Yeah, I didn't die at all. I didn't even get like to where my health was blinking.
That's disappointing.
And I was just like,
Are you on proud mode?
I'm playing this on proud mode. This guy should be wrecking my face. And he was not, and it was just so disappointing, man. And I'm not really one to go and like go do like the 1 HP or like the level 1 kind of thing because I just don't care for that. But I mean, I want to get overpowered in the game, but then I also want like the enemies still to be, you know what, somewhat overpowered too, you know?
Yeah, like most of the proud modes that before was like, yeah, you can get over leveled and do a crap ton of damage.
Yeah.
But like, if you mess up and they hit you, you also take a crap ton.
Yeah, exactly. That wasn't this at all. Like I messed up like maybe twice. And I took maybe half my health and that was it. Like I healed once at the end and that was it. But it was just so it's so just disappointing.
Yeah. Hopefully they come out with some DLC or something that
I know, but like that's just such a cop out.
Yeah, well, almost every game's doing it now.
I know that, but it shouldn't be the social norm that hey, this game came out, but it's not completed. We'll just add it with DLC. Remember the days whenever you could buy a game for $60 and it was the full game for $60, like Kingdom Hearts 2? Bring that back. Okay, Kingdom Hearts 2 had great secret bosses. Bring back being able to fight Sephiroth. Okay, that was the other thing I was mad about. You cannot. There's no Final Fantasy characters in this game. What?
How do they have that? Is it not partially made by Square Enix anymore?
No, the game is built off of being a mixture between Disney and Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah, like that's the whole gimmick.
That's the whole damn gimmick of the game. I'm slamming my hands on my desk because I'm mad about this. Bring back. I want to see what happens with Cloud and Sephiroth. Okay, they go off in Kingdom Hearts 2 and have one big old final battle, but they don't come back, and we don't see the result of that. I want to fight Sephiroth again. That is one of the hardest fights I've ever done in my life in Kingdom Hearts. Ah, so mad. I wasn't going to get mad about Kingdom Hearts, and then I started talking.
You gotta wait till Kingdom Hearts 3.5 final mix.
Yeah, but that's dumb. Why do I have to wait for a good boss fight and have to spend another $60 on it, or spend $20 on DLC? And I want a good. What happened to the Lingering Will? Okay, Lingering Will makes an appearance in the game and goes fights Terra Xehanort, and then he doesn't come back ever. Where is he at? I'm so mad. I'm literally yelling now about this game.
Really?
I waited how long for this game? And it's a piece of shit. Right, and don't blink that out. Or put the earth sound in it. It is a piece of shit game. Okay? And I'm so mad that like this story-wise, it's bad. There's no secret bosses. There's nothing that's fun that's in-game for Kingdom Hearts. The combat's fun, okay? If the combat wasn't fun or just as good as Kingdom Hearts 2, this game would be 5 out of 10 at most. The only reason why it's 8 out of 10 is because of the combat. Because the combat is fun and fluid and everything like that, except for them stupid attraction moves. Put secret bosses in the damn game.
Like, we beat Kingdom Hearts 1, we beat Chain of Memories, and we were going through, and Kingdom Hearts 1 has like 8 secret bosses.
Right? And some of the greatest ones, like the one in Neverland at the clock tower. That's such a hard fight. Or fighting the first Sephiroth in the Colosseum. Like,
yeah, that one's good. And you get the ice giant and the mountain giant. You fight both of those secret bosses, and
the Hades Cup is actually like fun. And there's no Colosseum in this game. There's no there's no Colosseum in this game.
Man, they spent 16 years on this?
Yes. But there's damn Frozen in the game. And the whole stupid Let It Go song and the stupid Build a Snowman song. It's an animated cutscene of the full song for both of them.
Did you see the watermark? Did you see the watermark?
Yes, I did. I'm so mad. I was having a good day up until I talked about Kingdom Hearts.
There's a watermark. That cracks me up.
How do you forget a watermark in the game? God, I'm literally yelling. Oh my God, I'm so upset that this game is not what I wanted it to be. Because, at least with Final Fantasy 15, where we waited for years for that game, it was, I had fun playing that game. The story was like all sorts of like crazy, but I had fun playing Final Fantasy 15. And I had fun like doing all the secret bosses and doing all the different in-game stuff with Final Fantasy 15. A lot of people don't like that game, but I thought it was a good game. Kingdom Hearts 3 has none of that. If Kingdom Hearts 3 had a decent in-game, this game would be great. But it doesn't. It has one secret boss fight, and it's awful. Literally, the fight with Xehanort at the end game is harder than the fight against this stupid secret boss. I don't understand what happened for 16 years. That they just like, oh hey, I'm going to hock a loogie on this disc, and here's this game. That's Kingdom Hearts 3.
It's pretty gross imagery right there.
But I'm livid about this. Like,
all right, what's our next topic?
Well, let's go ahead and move into wins of the week. Conan Jones, what is your win of the week?
Hold on, let me write this in real fast. So my win that I wrote down was just kind of getting my videos figured out. School was weird after we came back. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I got a good stretch in. School was weird coming back from everything, so I'm just like checked out of school kind of until spring break. I'm on survival mode. So that's my win that I've already kind of talked about. So
all right, Mage, what is your win of the week?
Well, I started my new job as a child welfare specialist for DHS.
Yeah,
and it's gone. Yeah, it's gone real well. The first couple of days were just a whole bunch of paperwork type stuff and a bunch of reading. But once I'm not gonna be able to like work a case till after I go through like their bigwig training, which is gonna be out of town and everything.
So they're gonna pay for you to like to go out of town and everything like that?
Yeah, that or reimburse me. I don't. Either way, I get paid back, kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's but that doesn't start till next month.
Oh,
but
okay.
I mean, it's been like the coworkers I have. Like that's probably been the highlight. Is my coworkers have been fantastic.
That's good.
They've all been super sweet and everything. No, it's been a little bit slow just because was literally the first week, and I haven't been able to really do much other than like training type stuff.
Yeah.
But once I started getting to like some of the court cases and everything else, like it was actually really interesting. So I'm excited for how it's going to go.
Good.
That's good.
Happy for you.
My one of the week isn't nearly as good as yours. Mine is just that I have a 4-day weekend and I'm out for a cattle show on Monday and Tuesday. So,
yay!
No, like we're out of school, like for a cattle show. Like it's dumb, but I mean I'm okay with it. I mean I get to sit at home and not do anything. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna like just play Anthem tomorrow.
Awesome. I thought you were against Anthem.
Everybody in my Destiny clan bought Anthem, so I didn't want to be the odd one out not playing Anthem.
Fair enough. I mean, honestly, the thing with multiplayer games is like, if you're with friends, no matter how crappy the game is, you're gonna have fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thought on
one
it.
Way or the other.
If all my online friends are playing it, I might as well do it too, because then it'll be fun that way. At least I can complain about it with my other friends online.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you guys saw, but Angry Joe put like a 50-minute angry review about Anthem. I don't know if you guys had time to see it.
I bet you I could fit a 50-minute angry complaint about Kingdom Hearts though.
Probably. You almost went.
I almost did. I spent about 15 minutes doing it just now.
Yeah, we had to move on.
God, I can't believe I promised myself I was not going to get that heated about Kingdom Hearts, and then I hit the go button, and it was time to go. This is my platform to complain about Kingdom Hearts. This is my hill to die on. Why is my alarm set for 1:50 for?
1:50 p.m. Were you planning on sleeping all day?
No, because I had to go grocery shopping. Okay, but anyways, we got anything else to talk about? I don't think so.
That's kind of a good list, so.
Okay, well, thank you guys very much for listening. You can follow us on our Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify at lowscalegaming. If you have any questions or subject you want us to talk about in our next podcast, go ahead and leave us a tweet or an email us at lowscalegaming@gmail.com. We actually do have one to talk about, but we're closing out. We'll do it next week. We'll get you one next week, Austin. I promise. Okay. But thank you guys again. And remember, have a great day.
And a better tomorrow.